Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
It's good to be together. It's good to come together. It's good to focus together. It's good to make more together. It's good to bounce off of one another. It's good to let your desire expand even in the moment, isn't it? Do you know what you're wanting? Did you come knowing what you're wanting? And are you enjoying the expansion of your personal desire? That's such a big part of the satisfaction of life, isn't it? That life keeps calling more through you and to you. Does your desire feel good to you? Mostly? Sometimes not so good. Do you ever find yourself saying to yourself or to others, I felt better before I wanted that? Wish I didn't want that unattainable dream. And of course there are no unattainable dreams, but sometimes it feels like it, doesn't it? Are there things that you've been wanting for a while that seem slow to come? Then you must not be really offering a vibration mostly of what you want. You may have some where is it mixed in, or why is it taking so long, or how come that guy's got it and I don't, or what do I have to do for God's sake? Sometimes you feel a little deprived of the things that you want, and we understand why. It's sort of logical, isn't it, that when you want something and it hasn't yet manifested in your experience, it's missing, and it's not easy to notice that it isn't missing when it is missing. And so you keep noticing that it's missing, so you keep practicing the missing vibration. You practice the feeling of what it feels like when what you want hasn't happened yet, and then without meaning to, and often without even knowing you're doing it, you hold it away from you with your very awareness that it hasn't come yet, because the presence of something is a different vibration than the absence of something. You can tell by the way you feel. Once you get sensitive to the way you feel, once you begin realizing that you are a vibrational being and you live in a vibrational universe, and that's the part that we're really wanting to emphasize with you here, because it doesn't feel all that vibrational when you're seeing it and hearing it and smelling it and tasting it and touching it. In other words, that thing that's missing in your experience, or that experience that's missing in your life, that person or that money or that whatever it is a tangible thing. It's something that is real, that not only you can see but others can see too. And when you can't see it, you've just got to admit, if you're a sane, rational person, it's missing. Abraham, don't make me pretend something is that isn't. I don't want to be one of those crazy people with my head in the clouds. I don't want to be one of those irrational people who just make stuff up. And we say, noticing what hasn't manifested is different than not believing that it's coming, or understanding that everything is a work in progress. And if you could just stop taking score quite so hard, if you could care a little less about what others think about what you're doing, if you could be more caring about how you feel and less noticing what others think about whatever it is that you are doing, you could begin to bridge some of those things that are missing, because they're not really missing, they're just in the state of becoming. It's like you're vibrational beings. You are, but it's like you are vibrational beings. You really are. But it's like You are vibrational beings. You're vibrational beings. You're vibrational beings, and you are translating vibration through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, through your fingertips, through your tongue. You are translating vibration into reality all the time. You're vibrational beings. You are. But it's like your dog. Your dog is a better translator of sound and smell than you are. And you never say, stop it, you little faker. I know you can't hear that because I can't. If it were real, I would hear it too. So just cut it out. And oh, off in the bushes you go, pretending that you can smell something over there. I know. There's nothing there. If it were there, it would be in my reality too. There are things you don't want to smell. So you get the point. You are vibrational translators, and you're good at it in many regards, but we love you so much. You know what's coming next. You're weak at your translation relative to the creations that you are in the process of creating, because you want the manifestation, the full manifestation, before you are willing to feel satisfied. And that's what trips you up, because your dissatisfaction in not being able to fully see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, keeps you from a vibration that promotes it, that encourages it, that allows it, that grows it. And so you can hold yourself in the absence of something unnecessarily for most of your life, because you develop patterns of thoughts that hold it apart. You know, your belief about so many things, your beliefs are simply thoughts that you continue to think. And some of your beliefs serve you so well, and some of your beliefs do not serve you well. And it is not an easy thing to sift and sort them, although you try it as humans and mass consciousness on your planet. You're sorting behaviors and activities and lifestyles and beliefs into piles. Good ones, bad ones, you say, good ones, bad ones. You're standing over here calling theirs bad, and they're standing over there calling yours bad. And we're watching all of it and say how good it all is, because in this variety there is so much for you to choose from. And since you are individual creators, and since you create your own reality, no one else is depriving you of any of the resources that you would use to create your own reality. So what's it to you what reality they are creating? Yes, not so much we know, but yes. So as you begin to realize that you are a vibrational being, and you begin to step back from the details of what's manifesting, and you begin to sense, or at least want to sense, the vibration that precedes the manifestations, then what you begin to discover is that you can take pleasure all the way along the way in the unfolding of the manifestation. As we are demonstrating here, we're sort of using this over here as your manifestation. See it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. And this is the non-physical in the process of becoming the physical reality. This is vibration turning to thoughts, and thoughts turning to things. And it's the way all happens. Everything is like that. Everything that you witness, everything that you see or hear or smell or taste or touch, all that you call reality is vibration that has enough momentum and enough people focused upon it that you as mass consciousness begin to witness similarly. And because you witness similarly, then you assume it's only what you are witnessing similarly that is reality, and the other stuff that you are not witnessing similarly, in other words, dog, you're faking. Well, how is it that you've come to accept that that dog is not faking? Or have you? You'll think he's a little faker. The reason that you accept that the dog is experiencing something, and that maybe he's just tuned in a sharper way than you are, is because these dogs have been so consistent. There's not some faking and some not faking. Oh, some can smell a little better, but they all fake it, don't they? In other words, they're all out there sniffing around, sniffing for stuff that you can't smell, and hearing things that you can't hear. Esther has a neighbor whose dog will howl for several seconds before she hears the siren. A little faker. So as you realize that there is a whole lot in the works that you have the ability of sensing, and that if you will allow yourself to sense it, first of all, you can know whether you want to move toward it or away from it by more attention to it or less attention to it. But the most important part is, as you begin to give your attention to these vibrations that are in the process of coming into their full fruition or your full realization, as you understand the process, then you can begin to take satisfaction while they are in the process of becoming. And that is such an important thing. In fact, there is not anything that we would want you to understand and experience more than that, because that means you can be happy all the time. If you are like most humans who believe that once this, whatever it is, comes about, then you will feel better. So in the believing of that, you hold yourself in a position where you don't feel quite as good as you could because it hasn't come quite yet. And there are some things that you hold yourself in disappointment about for a long time, because you can't stop being the objective human who faces reality and tells it like it is. So there are two things we want to say to you about that. One is, we're not so interested in you understanding that you can face reality. We want you to know that you create reality. And the other thing is that we want you to understand that as you are creating reality, that you are able to see it the way you want it to be, and in the process of that feel better because you have stopped the resistance, which is the reason that you don't feel good. When you say, I want more money, there's a natural flow of energy. All things begin moving toward you to help you in the realization of more money. All providence moves, all non-physical energy moves. The same energy that creates worlds moves with you and to you and through you and for you to assist you in the creation of this more money that you want. And in the moment, or in the moments, in all of the moments that life causes you to ask for more prosperity, more comes immediately, because when you ask, it is given instantly. But the thing that we want you to hear today is that it's given in vibrational form. Can you hear the words, you little faker? It's given in vibrational form. So you've got to tune to it with more sensitivity in order to feel satisfied by it before it's in your bank account. And if you don't tune to its becoming, if you only stand back waiting for it to already have become, then you slow